times are changing and India's rural economy is transforming to meet the expectations of changing times. They have to meet the demands of our ever-increasing population and evolving lifestyles. They have to continuously keep up with the latest research and technologies for the growth of the nation. They live at the heart of the nation, pumping lifeblood into its veins. They touch your lives in everything. They bring home your greatest pleasures. Pouring sunshine into the lives of your loved ones in more ways than you can ever imagine. Bringing you hope and happiness. They are the drivers of change. A vibrant village economy can be India's mainstay for equity and removal of poverty. Growth in agriculture compared to growth in other sectors is at least twice as effective in reducing poverty. Agriculture is one area where the rate of return on the investment in research and development is one of the highest in the country. But that huge potential in the rural economy can be fully realized only when India's villagers get modern technological backup focused towards holistic development of Indian agriculture. ICAR, or the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, has taken up this multifaceted challenge and delivered food security for a nation of more than 1 billion people. Agricultural research and the educational system falling into place. Generation of location, situation and system-specific technology to evaluate and demonstrate the changing face of agriculture. Judicious and effective use of resources, enabling less wastage during harvest and post-harvest. The results are there for everyone to see. Since 1950-51, India has achieved an increase in production of food grains by 4 times, fruits, vegetables and milk by 6 times, cotton and meat by 8 times, fish 11 times and eggs 27 times. The story of ICAR is the story of the growth of Indian agriculture. It has been more than a century now. ICAR has brought about a quantum change in research and human resource development in agriculture. Today, ICAR has a wide network of institutions seeking answers for almost every agricultural or livelihood problem that India faces. It is difficult to imagine that all this started from just one humble lab in 1889 when the Imperial Bacteriological Laboratory was established at Pune. It was later moved to Mukteshwar near Nainital and subsequently to Izzatnagar, Bareilly, growing into the present Indian Veterinary Research Institute. By 1905, recognizing the need for further strengthening research in agriculture, the Imperial Agricultural Research Institute was set up at Pusa, Bihar. But then, life was not all a bed of roses. A devastating earthquake in 1934 shook the roots of Pusa. But the institute knew it had to carry on. Next stop, Delhi. But the name Pusa remained attached to it. Later, it was renamed the Indian Agricultural Research Institute. In 1923, the Imperial Institute of Animal Husbandry and Dairying was established at Bangalore. This was later shifted to Karnal in 1955 and renamed the National Dairy Research Institute. On the 16th of July 1929, the ICAR was set up as a registered society on the recommendation of the Royal Commission on Agriculture to aid, promote, guide and coordinate agricultural research and education in India. In 1966, ICAR enhanced its domain strength. Several institutes under various government departments were merged with ICAR. Other research bodies with similar expertise joined hands, and ICAR embarked on its leadership role with renewed vigor. 1973, another step ahead. ICAR was reorganized and an independent Department of Agricultural Research and Education came up. All along, it has been an uphill but immensely satisfying journey, blessed by the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, and the architect of modern India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Several other leaders visited us and inspired us to keep moving and keep improving. To understand the role of ICAR, one needs to understand all the dimensions of the challenge it faces. India has the unenviable task of feeding 17% of the world's people with only 2.3% of its land and 4.2% of its water resources. For 40 years now, our net cultivated area has remained static at about 140 million hectares, while the demand for agricultural produce has increased manifold. That's where ICAR comes in, to ensure that this demand is met with adequate supply. Our core target, therefore, is to develop technologies and management strategies to enhance system productivity in a sustainable manner. This further means effective utilization of resource conservation technologies like zero tillage, raised bed planting, and laser leveling. These technologies can enhance the productivity of land, save water and energy, and increase nutrient use efficiency to the tune of 20 to 30%. Zero tillage technologies are already working wonders in over 3 million hectares of farmlands, with an average saving of about 2,500 rupees per hectare. For the first time in the world, India has the rare distinction of developing and commercializing multiple hybrids: cotton, grain, pearl millet, castor, safflower, and pigeon pea. The quality of our rice hybrids is globally acknowledged. Also, our single cross maize hybrids have opened new vistas for realizing enhanced productivity. ICAR has also been instrumental in introducing several new crops like soybean, kiwi, sunflower, and oil palm. This has not only brought in diversification in agriculture, but has also managed to improve India's farm economy significantly. Today, the productivity of grapes in India is the highest in the world. Amla production has gone up 20-fold in the last 20 years. Thermo and photo-insensitive varieties of vegetables such as brinjal, cauliflower and tomato have increased the productivity, production and availability round the year. In order to enhance the quality and relevance of higher agricultural education, ICAR provides financial and professional support to agricultural universities and also facilitates their capacity building. ICAR believes in reaching out. We know growth becomes meaningless if it is not holistic and inclusive. With this in view, ICAR has established over 560 Krishi Vigyan Kendras in as many rural districts out of 588 rural districts identified in the country. ICAR also plays an active role in global agricultural areas through its support to international research institutes and collaboration with about 30 countries and organizations. Indian participation in the International Rice Genome Project and Global Rust Initiative for Wheat is likely to have a far-reaching impact on nutritional and livelihood security across continents. No wonder ICAR has received international recognition. In 1988, It was awarded the prestigious King Baudouin Development Prize International for the best agricultural institution in the world. In 2004 again, the ICAR received the King Baudouin Award as the chair of the Rice Wheat Consortium. ICAR has come a long way, but there are still many more challenges to face, many more battles to be won. We understand our areas of priority, to face the perils of drying water resources and dying soil, and, above all, to stand upright to the changing climate, resulting in fluctuations of the monsoon and unpredictable mood swings of the weather. Yes, there are many more miles to go, but we dream of a day when rural poverty will become history, when accelerated and inclusive agricultural growth will change the face of India.